a car, 2 kids and a wife. I'll probably be here for the rest of my life. I'm living on the island. When summer comes and winter falls, the island ladies go to shopping malls. Take daddy's credit card, charge it all. They're living on an island. Oh, we're living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm just basking in the sun.
Hey, Andy, give me a vodka. Is that your Camaro? It's gorgeous.
You know, I went to high school with Billy Joel.
Wow.
I go to Hamptons on Friday night. I party hard till sunshine bright. Then I'm sitting in traffic on Sunday night. I'm living on an island.
And welcome to the Gagootz Show. I'm by myself tonight, Nicole Marie LaMonaco, as always. Benny is not here tonight, and neither is Jeannie Powers. They're off having an affair somewhere. I'm not sure. So I have my other co-host with me. If you wanted to zoom in right here on this this lovely accompanied person that I got growing on my chin. This will be my co-host tonight. I'm going to call it Benny. So I'm just going to go over my weekend a little bit. It's very odd for me to not have my counterpart, my left hand here with me, but that's okay. I had a great weekend. Friday night I went out to Connecticut with Mike Keegan, and we went to a place called Joey C's Boathouse down in Connecticut, right on the water, with Johnny Benson, and Fudge headlined, and it was fantastic. We had a blast out there. It was one of the best crowds I've ever been in front of. Everybody was so energetic and just alive and just alert and so attentive to us. It was really nice to have a crowd be that welcoming and supportive, and then come up to us afterwards and be like, oh my God, thank you so much. You guys were fantastic, and friend request us on Facebook, so that was awesome. Saturday night, I went to a roast for Jessica Colazzo, a good friend of mine and also a comedian. She's getting married to the wonderful Tim Thompson on New Year's Eve, so I'll be attending that wedding, which I'm very looking forward to. And we did a roast for her. I got roasted, she got roasted. We told each other how much we hated each other when we first met. Actually, I liked Jess. I wanted to be her friend. She gave me a dirty look and kind of told me to go fuck myself. But that's okay, with her eyes, not with her mouth. So we could curse on the show now, in case you guys are all wondering out there. It's allowed. What else did we do this weekend? Oh, speaking of nothing, this segue is awful. I'm just going right now. The Jets-Giants game, you guys watched that? Because I was there, and I saw my team lose, which really sucked. But it was fantastic. We were on the 50-yard line, screaming our heads off. I actually fell asleep at one point because I drank a little too much. But it was awesome. We had a blast. And now I'm here. It's Tuesday, and we're here. And Jeannie's not here tonight to do current events, so I'm going to touch base on that right now before we get to our guests, which are going to be Ann Gambina, who's been on the show twice, I believe, already. And she's going to be bringing her friend and comedian Wally Collins, which I'm looking forward to introducing you all to a little later on in the show. But first, today marks 35 years that John Lennon has passed away, which is just sad, because imagine all the wonderful music that could have still been made. And, yeah, you got that, imagine. Also, 68-year-old Ron Wood of the Rolling Stones just announced that he's having twins with his, yeah, I know, right? Crazy. 68-year-old having twins with his wife, Sally Humphrey. Humphrey. I don't think so. Nicki Minaj, it's your birthday. I don't care. What else? I could get this right. The fashion show, the Victoria's Secret fashion show is on tonight, which I've been watching since I've been in 9th grade, and it's something I do religiously with myself, so I could just sit on my couch and self-loathe and eat ice cream. All these beautiful women just parade around in their lingerie. It's become a tradition at my house. Me and my cat, we sit down, we enjoy it, and then we cry in the shower later on in the evening. What else do we have? Dimebag Daryl from Pantera has been an anniversary of his death too, so shout out to that. But I just want to touch base on the most important issue today. It is National Brownie Day. So what I like to do is eat. That's the only thing in current events that I'm actually excited about, is the fact that it's National Brownie Day. So I'm going to be going home and eating a buttload of brownies later on tonight. So that was your current events special that GD Powers isn't here for, and me making fumbles because Benny wasn't here, so somebody had to do that. And that's me in a nutshell. We're going to go to a commercial break. You're watching The Gagootz Show on MadhouseTV.com. We'll be right back with our guests. Keep watching.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Elegant Properties International is a New York-based real estate company that services clients all over the world. With offices in New York, Long Island, and London, we can help your dreams of home ownership anywhere come true. The home buying process has many phases, and we strive to keep our agents informed by constantly attending seminars and networking events. Our team works hard together to make your clients happy. Investors, let us help guide you through the process of buying, flipping, and getting that for sale sign back on your investment so you can move on to the next one. We put care and effort into our open houses for sellers, and our goal is ultimately to get your contract signed and put you in your home so you can enjoy everything that it has to offer you. Feel free to visit our website, www.epinewyork.com, and contact us with any questions. And always remember, no matter where you are, we will always strive to make your day end happy and at home.
Why do cats stare when you're pouring milk? It's like they know it's only a matter of time. Time. The only thing between them and opposable thumbs. Imagine that. Cats with thumbs. And what if they got together? Gangs of cats with thumbs. An organized army with one thing on their mind. Cravendale. Well, jog on, kitties.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, GMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV.
You are the man.
Hello, ladies. Is what a dummy would say. Smart people use bear glove. Trees and sticks? No thanks. Get the respect you deserve with bear glove. And if you're not convinced, it's time to...
Be quiet, painting. We're playing chess. Checkmate, timber.
And we're back on the Gagootz Show with our lovely guest, Ann Gambina, Wally Collins. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh.
It's a pleasure to have you back again.
Thank you, thank you. It's great to be back.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you.
As always.
Thank you.
She's smoking.
She does.
She
She
looks
does.
smoking hot.
She always looks.
You're
great.
beautiful.
Yeah, she is. She's
Thank you.
Can you just stand up and show off?
Are
that
you
beautiful-
serious?
Yeah.
We did
I
a
just
whole
want
thing.
everybody to see.
We
Nice
did
and
a whole
awkward.
thing about
Right
not
there,
moving the
there it is.
microphone.
Oh, there,
That's
look
true,
at it.
yeah, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
All
There
right,
it
there
is.
you go.
We're having the Victoria's Secret one-ray model.
You wanted me
thing
to do it
tonight.
again to that camera?
There you go. You look great. Oh, I love you.
I just don't know what to do with this thing.
No, you're good.
Heard that last night. Anyway.
So, you guys are now working together
Right.
Yes.
on a couple things that we're going to talk about in just
Yeah.
a few minutes. But
Okay.
is that how you originally met? Is doing what you're doing? Like through
No.
comedy you met?
Well,
do-
you want to explain? Well, you go explain since everyone knows you. So go ahead, explain, and then
Okay.
I'll.
Well, I met Wally as a student in one of his classes.
Okay.
Yeah, a comedy class. So that's how I met Wally.
Where are the comedy classes?
Manhattan Comedy School?
Yeah, at Manhattan Comedy School in Manhattan.
Do you still run these classes?
I get hired as a one of the teachers, one of the
Okay.
instructors, and what happened was I was substitute teaching for another class, and the guy liked my technique a lot, and so he said, "You want to do an advanced class?" And so I said, "Sure." So I did like 3 or 4 advanced classes, and she was in one of the advanced classes, and so yeah.
I have to say, too, what I learned in that class really made a big impact. It absolutely made a big impact. As a matter of fact, one of the assignments was to talk about something that made us really angry. We either really loved it or really were very
Hated it.
angry about it. So I went in
Yeah, she
with
went
something very controversial.
Uh-oh.
And I was angry.
Well,
and when I sat down, I'm like, I can't believe I just talked about that. I can't believe I was sweating. And he's like,
Right.
Annie, that was great.
Don't you find, though, when you let yourself get to
So
that
this was
point,
over the
you're
top.
like,
I mean, this
whoa.
was so over the top
Yeah.
that I will not. We couldn't even talk about it here.
No,
Yeah,
it
I
was.
mean-
It's in the class.
Yeah.
I tell the students that it's what's your passion. Either you hate it or you love it.
Right.
Because that's what comedy is, and that's the things that you can definitely draw from. Something that you truly love, you cannot stop talking about it.
Right.
Something that you truly hate, you cannot stop talking about it. So one of the exercises, you started with a pet peeve, and usually that pet peeve grows into something that just drives you crazy or something that you absolutely love. So one of the exercises was, don't worry about it. We're in the lab. We're in the gymnasium. It's not going to go out to the public. We're just working things out. And so I've seen some incredible bits, I guess, or comedy pieces when people talk about something that they just drives him crazy. You know, absolutely loves this guy. Loved his cat, and just does this whole bit about his cat. Yeah, exactly. And he loves it. And she's talking about something that she couldn't stand. And another student was talking about her cousin committing suicide and how she hated that because now she had to buy a dress because she wanted her to speak they wanted her to speak at the cinema. So she had to buy a dress. She had to prepare a speech. She had to get time off work, and she would do this whole thing. So you have to talk about something that you absolutely love, absolutely hate, and she did something brilliant came out of her. So.
Wow.
Excellent.
But it literally changed my stage presence.
Now,
absolutely.
Did you work all this into your acting?
Oh no, it can't go public.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
No.
Okay.
It does not come out of that classroom.
No.
Yeah.
All right. But it showed you what you were capable of.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an enlightening moment in a class like
It
that.
sure was. Like I
It
was
is.
sweating. My heart was like I can't believe I.
Well, I loved. I mean, of course, took me aback a little bit. But, but I think that's what comedy's supposed to do anyway.
Right.
And any kind of art is supposed to do that. It's supposed to make you throw your head back or make you go, oh, wow, as if you didn't expect it.
Exactly.
And she did exactly that. She said it was from her heart. And, yeah, even the whole class was, whoa. And she got a reaction.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now after this class, you guys have moved on and worked together with You Never Know.
Right.
Yes.
I love the name.
Okay.
Which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But I want to hear a little bit more about you.
Sure.
You do comedy.
Yes.
You're a drummer.
Yes.
You're in commercials.
Yes.
You're all over the place.
Well, I'm trying, yeah.
I love that. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
All right, how do you find the time, first of all, to do it all?
Well, if it's something that you love, you'll find the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you work it out. And so, yeah, that's what I do. So it's something that interests me or something that I love to do, I'll find the time to do it.
Right.
So
now, I guess you love to do all of these things. Is there one that brings you more joy than the other?
depends on the day. There'll be a time where I want to do music. I want to play music. And so I'll go to a studio or I'm in a band.
Right.
And I get really excited about rehearsals or gigging with the band, acting, auditioning, or even actually acting. If that's fueling me at that time, I'll go in that direction.
Yeah.
So I do everything that I love or interests me. I definitely go for it.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
I'm curious because we don't get too many musicians on the show. It's always comedy based.
All
I know
right.
that we have people that are coming on here. So to do music, how old were you when you started drumming?
I started in 8th grade.
Okay.
And that's really interesting. Yeah. I was really, really into music. And then I got into jazz. And by the time I was a freshman in high school, I was a member of the New England Jazz Society. And I was the youngest member of the New England Jazz Society. And that's how much I was into music. And that's what I thought I was going to be. I thought I was going to be a musician for the rest of my life. That's all that mattered. It's just playing music.
And at what point were you found this drive for comedy that you went, oh?
Oh, well, what got me out of music is when I started meeting girls.
Okay.
And that will usually take you out of anything. You know what I mean? She was cute.
Boys.
Right. Yeah, right. So yeah, when I started meeting girls.
She was cute, he said.
Yeah, exactly. But when I got out of music and when I got into comedy, it's kind of a jump, but when I was getting out of high school, I was really good at math and I really loved to draw. So my high school counselor said to me, if you're really good at math and you like to draw, you should be an architect. And I was like, oh, okay. And I just took advice from him. Meanwhile, I'm making him laugh, when we're having a so-called meeting. Yeah. In fact, he said to me, he goes, you're funny, you should be a comedian. But seriously, what do you want to do with your life? And so
wow.
I was like, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, Mr. Crowley, I'll never forget that. And so so I went to college in Boston, and I studied architectural technology in college, and then I graduated and got myself a job designing buildings, and I played music on the side, and I thought that's what I was going to do, was be an architect and play music on weekends and things like that. But my mother said to me, she asked me one day, I was having lunch with her, if you could be anything you want to be, what would it be? And I said, I'd love to be an actor. And she dropped her fork, and she's like, well, why are you designing buildings if you want to be an actor? And I said, well, I come from Springfield, Massachusetts. No one famous ever came from Springfield, Massachusetts. And she said 3 words to me, you never know. And I was like, I guess you're right. And I said, well, I don't even know where to start. She says, why don't you try stand-up comedy and then parlay that into an acting career, which made sense. And they had a comedy night on a Wednesday up in Deerfield, Massachusetts. It was 45 minutes away. So I kind of put together a 5-minute set, and which I bombed. And
of course, that's what happens.
Oh, I stunk the place up. It was very foul.
I have to imagine real quick that you've gotten more girls with music than you did with comedy originally.
Actually, you know what's interesting? No, comedy, because women love to laugh. And it's disarming when you make a woman laugh, because then they become more intrigued. Like, how did you make me laugh?
Yeah.
You got my guard down. So yeah, if I realized and learned that if I can put her in a comfortable place, I can put her in a comfortable place. So
I like that.
And so and so then the comedy just kind of just took off, and
awesome.
Yeah. So then I started working on Boston, and then I got the gig for Comedy Central, and the rest is history, really. So.
That was a wrap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's quite impressive.
Oh, okay.
It is. That's. I don't know how to describe it. I envy everything that you're doing. I got to get myself in that point. Which I'm so excited to talk about. What you guys are you guys ready to talk about?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Bring it up right now.
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
You never know.
Right.
Let's talk about it. Tell me everything there is to know.
All right. So I'll just talk about and then just move right on to segue right into Annie. All right, so basically doing stand-up, I was happy. And my mother kept that thought in my head, you never know, you never know. So as my own mantra, I just crushed into one word, you never know. And I've done all these things because you never know. Worked with the president, I've done, worked all over the world, done film, commercials, all these things because you never know. So I started a website encouraging people to live their dreams, have a regretless life.
Right.
And the website was doing really, really well. And so then I started writing blogs. And I decided to put the blogs in a book. And I self-published the book, and it was doing pretty well. And then I did a presentation of the whole philosophy of You Never Know out in Seattle. And I met a publishing company, and she told me that we can sell the hell out of this book. She said to me, the first thing she said to me, she's a publisher. I said, okay, cool. So I hooked up with them, and the book hit number 8 on Amazon in the happiness category. So I was like, cool, I'm on a roll, I'm on a roll. So then I got this teaching gig, and so I was doing the teaching thing, because I'd never done teaching before, and I learned a lot with stand-up, and I wanted to share that with everyone else. So I started teaching, and I met Annie, and when the class was over, she wanted to book me for a comedy show. And we started talking about, we do outside of comedy. She's telling me she's doing this whole life coaching thing. And I go, well, I have this company called You Never Know. And she goes, well, I do life coaching. I'm like, really? So I said, let's kind of like merge. And we talked and talked, and we started designing workshops and things like that. And we decided to do a workshop like in April. When was it? We started in...
It literally March, like 19th?
Yeah. And then we did our first workshop like a month or so later.
April 19th.
Yeah.
1 month later.
1 month later, yeah. And so we knew we had something. And so she became my partner in the You Never Know, the whole, with the brand. And
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
I wanna read this. Obviously, I want to get this book for myself because I'm so curious to know. Because I'm going through a little bit of my, like, how do I do this? How do I get it done?
Right.
I want to be accomplishing things in my life that I dream about. How do I do that?
Right, and the cool thing is that, I really have to, sing a lot of praise to Annie because what she did, she's a guru, she really is. And what she did, she took the encouragements. And in fact, let me show you the book. Here, this is a book for you.
That one's for you.
That one's for you.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
So let people see it's how it's spelled. You never know.
You never know.
You see it with the glare there? I'm going to bring it right up into the camera. There it is. Are we in? We're in the zone? There it is.
You never know, right. And so the fun part about it is that I hate reading.
Me too.
And I said, if I'm going to write a book, I'm going to write a book the way that I want to read it. So if you open the book up, if you go through all through the pages,
I don't know if
you can see that? Let her do it.
Okay.
All the words are going to be on the right side. There's no words. Keep going all the way through. All the way through. You see?
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when you open the book, right. So anytime you read the book,
this is so amazing.
Yeah.
your encouragements are there waiting for you. So you don't have to look back on your
I hate
left.
going this way.
Yeah, exactly. So you open the book, there's encouragement waiting for you. So all the words are going to be on the right side.
Yay. This is very exciting.
There's 52.
It's the little things in life.
Yeah, I know.
This is brilliant.
Right. So there's definitely an encouragement in there that's definitely going to, pertain to what you're going through. So what this woman did, she took the encouragement and designed workshops based on these encouragements. And it's amazing because one day we had a conversation. I said, we want to do this. And she kind of said, okay. The next day she goes, this is what I came up with. I'm like, oh my God, this is pretty cool. So
So here we are.
Annie Gambino, right?
So now you take encouragements, right?
Yeah.
Now, and you base off of, I guess, all right, so in the green room we discussed a little bit, like, say somebody's going after a breakup or something like that. There's like a way of going about going your life after a breakup, and you kind of just show people how to work through it. What other types of encouragement situations, like after a death or something like that as well? Or, I mean, does it all pertain to the same, like how does it work? How do you categorize what you're encouraging?
Our breakup workshop is fun. I love the name of it. It's called Come Back After the Break. And really, it's focused on yourself, right? Not the other person. It's really clearing out, so you're ready to, whether it be single or on your own or whatever. Like you're not taking any luggage with you, emotional baggage. So you get all of it out of your system.
Can I just intervene real quick?
Yeah.
It was something like that. Like say you didn't just break up with someone, but you're still you're in a relationship with someone.
Still the same exercises.
You could still take the same exercise.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if you just want to be a better you.
Yeah. Well, that workshop, it's interesting because the workshop come back after the break, we're actually just redesigning it a bit and having it be about forgiveness.
Right.
Right, forgiving yourself and the other person. Right?
Gotcha.
The whole idea behind You Never Know is to live a regretless life. So anything that's blocking you from going after whatever it is that you want or holding you back or having you not feel good about yourself, then that's what we work on and that's what we go to in the workshop.
I think at some point all of us go through that feelings of regret or not feeling well, you know, in your surroundings or with peers or with people, and you just go, am I good enough to do this? Am I capable enough to do this?
Right.
You know, so many people think that way on a daily basis, you know, and there's ways to go about handling it, like, you know, and not everybody knows the healthy one, so I guess,
Right.
you know, this is great for something like people go to alcohol, they go to other, you know,
Yeah.
other
Right.
outlets rather than really taking a look at themselves and realizing, well, this is what I need to fix,
Right.
or this is what I need to do. I guess that's the first step, is being aware of yourself and just trying to figure out where to go from here.
Right.
And to be gentle about it. Like, don't judge yourself a lot for not feeling good about yourself or, you know, doubting yourself. It's normal.
Right.
It's part of being human. We're all going to have ups and downs, ups and downs. So one of the things that we talk about in the workshop is the choices that you make in different situations.
Right.
So for example, if you get cut off while you're driving, if someone cuts you off, you know, what do you make that mean? In the moment, like you might start cursing or this, or you make it about the other person. And we go through a whole exercise of having people realize that you have everything to do with your reaction in that situation.
Right.
Now, I certainly, as a younger person, have my little share of road rage and the curses and the whole bit. And but now, like if someone cuts me off, the next thing I say, my first reaction is, you know what, I've done that. Right? I don't even go to, you know, any of that angry stuff. But that's not where I was.
How long did it take? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but how long did it take for this gradual? Like, it can't be overnight that you go, somebody cuts you off, and you're like, I've done that. You know, like you gotta mentally get into.
Oh, it
that
has taken me years. You know, like it happens slowly over time.
Right.
So what you recognize though is, well, you're not responsible for your first thought, but you are responsible for your second. And the more often you make your second thought be something more positive or understanding or compassionate for yourself or someone else, then your first thought will eventually change. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Because believe me, my first thoughts didn't used to be, right? So, but then the more often you say, yeah, you know what? Could have been. That's really what I say. Yeah.
That's,
yeah.
You know, to think about that, you're right. The first thought, you ramble off something.
Yeah.
The second
Right.
thought, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Right.
So let it roll off and be the first one eventually. That's
Right.
cool.
What I like to do in the exercise, and that's another thing about the workshops is that, like, they're fun. And so in the, I don't want to give away the workshop, but this one particular exercise, when someone cuts you off in front of the, in traffic, you know, we kind of give like a list of things that could be happening, that, you know, late for work, or the wife is pregnant, or there's someone's sick. I like to say someone's got to take a major dump. And so that's what I'm thinking, because that's what happened. I'm like, oh my, I got to go to the bathroom. And, you know, cut you off. And so for me...
Me 90% of the time, why I'm speaking.
Right. And when I think of it that way, I laugh to myself. I'm like, oh, I hope they make it. You know what I mean? I'm like, get out of the way. I'm trying to help him out now. I'm like, move, this guy's got to go. You know, so you can switch it from being angry at the person to, you know, because a choice, you know, and what you stress is that it's that choice. You know, you can be angry at that person, or switch it, be like empathetic to that person. You know, empathize for them. Like, oh wow, well,
they gotta go.
They gotta go. You know.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
To think about it like that. Can we hold this thought for one
Sure.
second
Absolutely.
so we go to a commercial break?
Yeah.
We'll be right back. You're watching the Gagootz Show on MadhouseTV.com.
Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarkets.
Made the donuts. Time to make the donuts.
But up to 52 varieties.
The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
For drivers who want to get the most out of their cars, it's Bridgestone or nothing.
Guys, ready for the show? Yeah. Enjoy.
And we're back. We're having so much fun over here. We were talking
You know what?
about...
I always wanted to know, because I used to see these shows and people start laughing when they come back from the commercial, whatever. I'm like, what are they laughing about? Now I get it. Okay, go ahead.
Silliness goes on right before
right.
the show comes back for our viewers at home. So we were talking about the book. We were talking about your workshops. Now, where can one go to be a part of one of your workshops?
Well, we have there's youneverknow.com, spelled just the way the book is without the apostrophe.
Right.
So our workshops are on that page. And we also have a Facebook page.
Okay.
You Never Know, whatever, Facebook, You Never Know. So if you search You Never Know, there's a Facebook page as well. Right now we have quite a few scheduled in 2016 here on Long Island, in Bethpage and in Floral Park. And we have a few different venues in New York City that we will be scheduling things as well.
And how long are the classes? Is it
They're an hour and a half. They're interactive. And as Wally mentioned earlier, they're fun. So nothing is intense. It's all lighthearted exercises and conversations. People can be a part of the conversation or not. So no one has to feel like, oh, I don't want to talk about anything personal.
So we mentioned in the green room earlier, you and I were talking about you did Landmark a while back.
Yeah.
Now this, if you guys have never heard of it, it's a seminar, right? That's very intense, and it's a 3 days. And from what I've heard about it, it's life-changing and whatnot. I don't find myself as the type of person that would be able to sit that long and have my mind be wrapped around something like that for that amount of period of time. So something like this sounds so much more fun and just more exciting and more enthusiastic to be about, rather than like, this is what you need to do.
Right.
Like somebody on a stage with a thing in their ear telling you like, I hope that's not how you are.
No, not at all. No. Oh, you're talking with the Tony Roberts thing?
Yeah, that's very different than, Landmark would be a completely different conversation. What we do is very skills-based.
Right.
And it's in very small amounts. So no matter, they say, oh, take one thing away, right? So there's absolutely an awareness that people get, and people that have come to our workshops and then tell us later, like, you know what, I really recognize the power that I have with making my choices.
Now, how long have you been running these workshops? Were you doing this alone before you met Annie?
No, I wasn't doing workshops. I was doing presentations. I would just get up on stage and explain the whole philosophy of You Never Know. And I wanted to expand it, and it was just really hard for me because I had other stuff in my life, music and stuff like that.
Right.
So working with her, she said, you know what we could do? And she, talking about the workshops and doing webisodes or webinars and vlogs and things like that. I'm like, oh yeah. But I'm like, oh, my time though. She goes, I got you. So she says, as long as You Never Know is based, I got you. I'm like, run with it. I kind of said, okay, fine, whatever, run with it. And then 2 days later, she has this whole syllabus of I'm like, and we can go. And I'm like, oh my God.
So how fantastic is that?
Oh, it's incredible. It was incredible. Yeah,
it was just like a nice mix between,
Right.
Because my end goal is to be a motivational speaker, humorous motivational speaker. And that's when I had mentioned to Wally, and he's like, oh, then we should talk about my company. So we wind up doing these lighthearted workshops.
See, you never know who you're going to run into.
I mean, it really is. We are the example of You Never Know. It's like, let me have this conversation with Annie. You never know what's going to come out of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And something incredible came out.
And it's so simple. It started from a simple conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
You never know.
Because he says, why don't we work together? I was like, all right, let me think about how we'll do this. And then I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Do workshops.
It kind of just fell into place.
We do them in person now.
Right.
But the end goal is to really have an online program.
That would be great.
Because then we can obviously reach more people.
Right.
So that's the end goal. So we started a blog and
blogs
and vlog, which I was saying wrong, vlog.
Yeah, right. She's a
vlogs. I was corrected.
And the workshops.
And the workshops,
right.
And we're going to be starting a podcast as well.
Oh, great!
That's been on our mind for a while, and then you can say what derailed us from the podcast. It's a really cool story about Wix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we had to shift gears. We were ready to do a podcast.
So there's a company called Wix.com, and where you design your own websites.
Right.
And I have two on this particular website is wallycounts.com and youneverknow.com, which I've designed. Whatever. And so they started this competition. They had this competition where directors, filmmakers can look at some of the clients and write a 1-minute commercial based on their websites. So this director saw my websites, and he was interested in You Never Know, and he thought it was really cool to work with a comedian. So he came with this great commercial idea of me, day life and me, and talking about living in You Never Know state of mind. And long story short, the commercial won the competition.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw the
Yeah.
video that we're going to show a little later
Yes.
on.
I didn't win. I wound up in the cutting room floor.
Right, yeah,
so
she,
it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, she was sorry.
I know.
But
I'm here.
yeah, right, it's true. So she was yeah.
No,
but
it was
it was
a lot of
amazing.
fun.
It was amazing just watching the how it worked out. Because it felt like the Oscars, you know,
Right.
because they're all like these 1 minute commercials, and they went like from third to first, you know, and there were like 21 finalists. And so when I got to like the last one, I was sitting next to the camera guy, and I was like, they forgot to show our commercial. Oh man, we did all that work and then show our commercial. And then she says, okay, you guys ready to see the grand prize winner? I'm like, oh wait a minute. and they showed. I swear, it felt like the Oscars. I was screaming like, ah, you know. And we got up there, we got the award. So it was really cool.
exciting.
It was very exciting. Very exciting.
That's fun. I was curious as you were talking about how you are interactive with how your, I guess, students it would be.
Yeah.
Is that what you would call them? Do you ever bring your musical aspect into this?
Into what now?
You never know.
Into the class?
No, not really. I would think that it will get kind of like overwhelming, you know, because I don't want to lose the focus of, you know, why they're there.
Right.
And I definitely bring the humor into it, you know. It's like Annie, she'll kind of like start it, whatever, and I'll interject some fun or whatever.
I just feel like banging on some drums would get all that aggression out.
Well,
We do have drum circles. That's a whole
Yes,
different thing.
yeah.
Have you heard of that? Have you
No,
heard that?
no.
Oh, I'll tell you about that afterwards. Yeah, there is such a thing.
So yeah, but no, the music, no, I don't put anything music in it, but I do love music. So.
Very good.
Yeah.
What else do we have? You guys, I want to take one of these classes. Like I'm gonna take one of these classes. I'm not gonna. I want to. No, I'm going to.
Well, I want to give you incentive too.
Okay.
Because when you come to a You Never Know workshop, what we like to do, we call motivation devices. Now, there's a whole list of things. We have caps, we have T-shirts.
We have to wear this stuff?
No.
No.
It's an incentive, basically, a motivational device. And so when you wear these things and you see You Never Know on your shirt or on your hat, you look in the mirror, whatever, it's going to motivate, it's going to inspire you, you know, to go through that door.
Right.
But I would like to offer you a wristband that says You Never Know.
Thank you.
And if you look on the other side, there's a door.
There is a door.
And the door means try, because you never know. The door is not locked, and you can't see it though. But it's
putting it on.
It's partly open, meaning that's opportunity.
I want to wear it.
Yeah, and you'll see. It says you never know.
You never know.
Exactly.
I'm very excited about this.
Yeah.
Good.
I think I'm more excited about this than you guys.
Well, that's good. That's good because
I want to fix my life with you people.
And you know what's it's interesting too, because when you come out of the workshops, you definitely come out lighter, and you come out enlightened too. Like, oh yeah, it really is that simple.
Right.
It's so simple. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. People have a tendency to overcomplicate it.
Now, how many people do you have in a room at the same time? Because I can imagine over a certain amount of number, it just takes away from each individual. Or
Right
is
now,
No.
yeah.
Now we can go to 100, 200.
Really?
Yeah, but what's happening though is that as long as we keep the focus, you know, and you know, she definitely has stage presence. I have stage presence to know that people, you know, if we're losing them, whatever, to slow down, speed up, talk softer. We know the techniques,
Right.
and we'll definitely keep them focused. You know, and also the material is not long and drawn out. Where it's like, oh God, you know, it's quick. You get right to it.
When you're doing it now, you're completely, or is anything off the cuff, or you're just going pretty much with what you prepare? Like, are you prepared when you go out there with like what you know exactly what you're talking about prior, or do you like, I guess
Ad lib it through?
Yeah.
No, we have.
We have a few exercises for each workshop, and we have some sample ideas to get people started, and then
Okay.
they work on their own, you know, and then we come back together as a group and then discuss them.
And how long overall are you spending time with people in the class?
It's an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
The
Oh,
workshop's
an hour
an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so we start off like even we have a different way of having people
All
get
right.
comfortable
The whole
with
meet
each
and
other.
greet
Like
thing,
we
yeah.
don't, you know, like we just come up with unique ways to have everyone just be light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you give us an example of that?
How? Well, I'll put it this way. you know how they say, could you stand up and tell us a little about yourself? We put a twist to that.
Okay. You have to come and see it. You can't know now.
Right.
Yeah.
That leaves all the interest. All right. Yeah. Very good. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to go to the video that we just heard all about. So we'll be right back. You're watching The Gagootz Show on MadhouseTV.com.
It's true. I've been living in New York City a long time, and the people here are either insane or incredible. You know what I mean? I mean, one time it started pouring rain, and I tucked into a doorway next to this dude, and he's talking to himself. Like, hey, don't talk to me like that. You don't know me, chicken nugget. I'm like, oh, this dude's insane. I look at the corner of my eye, right, and he turns his head, and he has a cell phone ear thing in his ear with the cord hanging down. I'm like, oh, okay. He's not insane. He's a mover. He's a shaker. He's incredible. Yeah. And then I found that phone cord. No phone, just a cord swinging. I gotta get out of here. Insane or incredible? Every morning, I ask myself, what door am I gonna go through today? It's a choice. Either stay where I am and go insane, or walk through that door and be incredible. You never know.
Wally Collins, here he is! Yeah, black guy, yeah!
Being a fireman is more than just putting out blazes and giving kittens CPR. Sometimes my duty demands I fan the flames, like when a call comes in from a lady who needs immediate assistance. Maybe she needs help with a computer thing. Maybe she wants to go antique. Could be as simple as understanding that walking in heels it's hard. Aussi simple que l'été dernier à Paris. C'est sympa. Maybe it's ladies' night in, and she wants a simple, delicious recipe for margaritas with a twist. First, a can of limeade. Now hold on to this, you'll be using it. Side note, kittens make everything better. Next, add water. Now, a bottle of light beer. No, shh. Trust me, I'm a professional. And last, and most important, Sauza Blue Tequila. Now, mix it up. Ole. Yes, that's what I'm trained for. Whether it's to help her choose leggings or pants, telling her leggings are pants, or discussing leggings and jeggings versus pant pegging at her next ladies' night in, I'll come to the rescue. Don't call me a hero. Just call me. Let me know what time.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, GMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV.
You are the man.
Elegant Properties International is a New York-based real estate company that services clients all over the world. With offices in New York, Long Island, and London, we can help your dreams of home ownership anywhere come true. The home buying process has many phases, and we strive to keep our agents informed by constantly attending seminars and networking events. Our team works hard together to make your clients happy. Investors, let us help guide you through the process of buying, flipping, and getting that for sale sign back on your investment so you can move on to the next one. We put care and effort into our open houses for sellers. And our goal is ultimately to get your contract signed and put you in your home so you can enjoy everything that it has to offer you. Feel free to visit our website, www.epinewyork.com, and contact us with any questions. And always remember, no matter where you are, we will always strive to make your day end happy and at home.
And we're back. We're going to close up the end of our show here in a little bit. I've loved having you guys here. It's been awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yes. I am going to wear my bracelet and apply You Never Know to my life a little bit.
Right.
Maybe you could give me a little insight, maybe a little bit something right now?
Well, throw us an obstacle that you're facing right now. And we'll help you in You Never Know way.
Right now, I am going through a phase where I am very loathing on some things. I go, I'm not good enough to do that. I am not going to be able to accomplish that. Or there's a whole lot of negativity that I feel about myself. I know that I'm capable, but I just don't know how to be capable.
I got the perfect one.
Go right ahead.
Take inventory.
Oh, you want to read it?
No, we have time to read it.
Yeah.
But this is for you.
Okay.
All right. And I got to find it, but it's going to take a while. It's going to be time to take it. But anyway, basically what take inventory is saying, all right, is that what you're going to do in your life is just go back and look at all the things that you have that you can be grateful for. But we can't take granted for. For instance, breathing.
Right.
A lot of people take that for granted. But if you think about it, there's people who can't breathe, and all they want to do is breathe. So you have that right there. You can breathe. You can hear. Some people can't hear. You can see. So you start small there, and then you branch out to you have incredible hair.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have incredible hair. You have an incredible smile.
Thank you.
So those things, you can look at yourself and say, you know what, I got that. I got that. You're taking inventory. And then you start going a little further out and start talking, think about your friends that you have, people that you can rely on, someone that probably helped you bury your body. You know, something like that, where that's a good friend. You know what I mean? And so you go a little further, like some of the talents that you have. Like, you know, if you cook, you're a really good cook. Or if you, something that you do well. That doesn't have to be something that you get paid for, but something that you enjoy and you do well. That's all part of taking inventory. And when you start doing that, then you start to realize, you know what? I am somebody of significance. I have something of value to offer. And then that's when it starts to switch and starts to turn to, like, you know what? Yeah, I am not that self. You know, you start kind of judging yourself in this way. You start judging yourself in that way, and like in a positive way.
Right.
I have all these things. So.
Now, the important thing about gratitude, taking inventory and recognizing what you have to be grateful for, is to really own the way you feel when you're thinking about your inventory, right? Because what you're going to do is feel your way into a new way of thinking,
right? Rather
than try to think your way into a new way of feeling.
I guess, I don't know.
Do you get that?
Say that again.
All right. When you think about, like, one of the exercises that we do during the workshops literally is have people write a list of things that they're grateful for, right? Now, if you do that, how do you feel? Literally, the room gets lighter, and people will comment on that, like, wow, right? So if you sit and think about things that you are grateful for, how do you feel?
You're going to feel gratitude.
Yeah, right. You're going to feel good, right?
Yeah.
Your body literally has a certain experience. So when you're finding yourself self-loathing or doubting yourself, that's your first thought. Your second thought will then be no. You take on the feeling of gratitude. Think of a few things you're grateful for, and your body will take on that feeling.
I guess it's just
because that's how you shift it.
Like your feelings to be, I guess, validated. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Well, you're doing the validation though. You're validating.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like
another really important thing, and I know I brought this up earlier, is do not judge yourself. Don't be hard on yourself about feeling badly about yourself.
This is the face I make right now.
Because we all do it. It's part of, you know. Yeah.
I'll try not to do that.
Once you start reading the book.
I'm going to read the book. I'm very excited. I do want to be different. I do want to realize things about how to be a better person and be more, you know, just lighthearted. Because I'm very heavy-hearted. I take a lot of things to heart. I don't have a thick skin. You think I would, I don't. I'm super sensitive about everything. I overthink almost everything that comes out of my life. So,
Well, I just want to say, for the amount of time that I've known you, I think you're an absolute doll.
Oh,
You're
thank you.
very, very talented, very funny. The whole fact that you've been doing this for a year, you know, you need to be in the moment to do something live. And you really just took this on and ran with it.
And I know you for an hour, and I'm crazy about you.
Oh, thank you.
So, I mean, that's the reality. Your insides don't match your outsides.
Thank you. My insides don't match my outsides.
Wow.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you, Annie.
Tell you, she's good.
She's a guru.
She's good.
She is. We need to hang out more often. I need you to rub some of that goodness all up on me. Yeah.
Come to a workshop.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm definitely going to.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you again, you guys, so much for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Hopefully we can have you back again
Sure.
during whatever next endeavor you guys get to
know.
go into.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah, right.
a year from now you'll have something new.
We'll
and
probably have a
totally-
TV show by this
Yeah,
time.
I hope
Right.
you do.
Yeah.
And bring all the excitement back to the Gagootz show. Until then, I just want to plug out for Benny. Go to his Facebook page and check out Pizza Talk that he'll be on at 8 o'clock. Do you guys remember?
Sunday.
Sunday. See, a lot of things are going on before here. Sunday, 8 o'clock, go to Benny Rizzuto's Facebook page and check out Pizza Talk. I don't have anything coming up this weekend, and I'm totally okay with that right now.
Because you're awesome.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You guys are amazing. Is there anything that you want to plug or get out to the world before we go?
Come see my stand-up, WallyCollins.com.
Okay.
Yeah, my calendar's there. And, yeah, there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I'm going to have a show at Jack Dugan's restaurant. I'm producing my own show out there in February. And one of my favorite up-and-coming comedians, Dan Perlman, is going to be the headliner.
Excellent.
So, yeah, Jack Dugan's. Check that out.
So we'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you next week. And as Ginny Powers would say, see you next Tuesday. Toodaloo and good night.
Thank you.
Toots.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Nancy Rizzuti from The Gagootz Show on MadhouseTV.com, and I'm with comedian Carolyn Jones. And Carolyn, well, we're going to splice in everything that we've already discussed already with you, which has been phenomenal. But there were some specific questions that I wanted to ask you, and I know that you started in comedy by going to Governors and meeting John. But I want to know is, from that point on, how did you... how'd you get onto HBO and go to all these places that you went and did all your stand-up?
You know what it is? The funny thing about it, I just took the initiative. I sent out, believe it or not, DVDs. Thailand. And when they say Mexican food, I forgot about Peru. And see, that's what I was telling people about Donald Trump. I said, Donald Trump think everybody that speaks Spanish is Mexican. Oh. So it wasn't no big thing to me. So this was like a whole new thing. And see, don't forget, like I said, my veterans didn't see comedians.
Right.
So we have like our, we're like in our own little world. So when they said we got our own comedian, I started going everywhere. And the funny thing about it is that when I first started, I didn't know where it was going to take me. Because see, in the Midwest, when you say you're a comedian, girl, what you think? Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Joe. All you think is dollar bills. You see dollar bills. You don't care if it's funny or not. You just see dollar bills.
Right. You don't realize the work that's put into it.
But I didn't mind the work. That was the thing. I didn't mind. Because, I had the set. But see, when, what's his name, told me, he said, Curlin, your world's going to change. I brushed it off like he was just being... You don't know what you're talking about. Please. I'm a comedian. I'm going to win my Oscar in a year. I already have the dress and the hairstyle I'm going to be wearing. I mean, I'm serious. He told me, you're delusional. I said, no. I know. I'm saying,
I'm gonna kill you not. I'm gonna kill you not.
I live in Hicksville most of my life. I have a car, 2 kids, and a wife. I'll probably be here